obviously scored on the first drive, I think 70-yard drive, but then kind of hit a lull there in the middle of the game. What do you think kind of changed after that first drive?
They was mixing a few of their blitzes up, and I feel like that was like we was having problems picking up the blitzes. We couldn't really drop back and throw the ball like we usually do.
I mean, what were they doing in terms of moving guys around, obviously pre and post snap, that you guys just couldn't, whether it's line, whether it's backs, whether it's maybe Curtis spotting things pre-snap that you guys just kind of couldn't pick up?
It was just simply rotating linebackers, rotating to where we would think the blitz was coming from, and then the ball snapped, and then they're bringing it from the other side. So it was kind of like we just couldn't figure it out at first.
You guys had a little success on the ground too. What made the ground game successful today?
Our O-line always been putting in work, opening holes for us, and the run game was there the whole game. So.
How much did the noise affect you guys, just in terms of the pre-snap, everything like that?
I don't think it affected us at all, but I feel like Ohio State was catching on to our silent cadence, and it was jumping it every time. So I feel like it affected us in that part.
What's the challenge? I know you guys have practiced it. What's the challenge of going to a silent count for the first time in a game?
I feel like I feel like we didn't really mess up that much on the silent counts. We practiced with the crowd noise. The crowd noise. I feel like the crowd noise is louder than the actual fans, believe it or not. And so it's not really that bad.
It's just what's the mentality? First loss of the season. What's kind of the mentality going forward?
You got to prepare for Purdue. It's a big rivalry. Can't dwell on the past. Let's move on to the future. Sorry.
It's okay. Do you think this game will have any effect on your guys' ability to make the playoffs?
Politics, I guess so. I feel like it shouldn't, but who knows?
Is that something you guys talk about?
No, not really. We just focus on who we got next every week.
Does it cross your mind at all during a game like this?
No, not really, man. I don't really pay attention to that stuff. I'm kind of old. So,
You want to make the playoffs?
Oh yeah, of course. But with this loss, I feel like being who we are, they might, but we're not really focused on that. Though we're focused on Purdue.
What do you take away the most from this game that you can use Purdue and beyond?
Well, I feel like this loss was an eye-opener. I feel like, we want to come out with the win, but I feel like this loss really helped us. We got more work to do now.
How so? What part specifically was eye-opening?
The loss.
How much? First, the noise was a problem. How much was that kind of a challenge for you guys?
Like I told him, I feel like the noise was a little bit of a problem because our silent cadence, they was catching on to our silent cadence, so it was easy for them to jump the snap. So I don't really feel like it probably affected us once. We got a false start one or two times, but I don't think it really affected us in that aspect of it, but more so of them knowing when we're going to snap the ball due to the silent cadence.
Can you change it up at that point, or you're just stuck at that point?
I was on the sideline. I was telling them, I feel like we could have just delayed it a second or two longer, because as soon as that guard did that, and they knew it was coming right away, right after that.
What was the turning point, did you feel, in this one?
The turning point when that false start, it was 3rd and 1. That false start, yeah, that was the key right there. That's when everything kind of went downhill.
Was it a false start?
I didn't see the play.
What can you take from this game? Is there anything positive you can take from this one?
I guess we can run the ball. We got to capitalize more on special teams. Special teams kind of killed us, and just protection, pass pro protection. Making sure we're all on the same page with that. And I feel like that's the key thing of this game.
All right, thanks, Ty Son.